Men are quitting their jobs to avoid paying child support. I've said this plenty of times that nothing lasts forever, and now this is the reality we are facing. It's an up and down battle for survival, but we have to understand that men are problem solvers. Guys, this is just the beginning of something much, much bigger. By the way, if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. And of course, members for the channel do get new videos early. If you'd like to learn more about that, click the join button down below this video. Men are natural problem solvers. I said that right now, the manosphere is in a transition. We started out in the problem phase. All right, so basically figuring out what the problem of women was. Now we're in the solution phase. We are executing our solutions. Soon we shall be in the conclusion phase, where we begin moving past even relative discussions on a normal basis about women. Of course, we'll still talk about them and mention them, but the core focus of the manosphere will be on basically male happiness, what makes us happy. Everything from discussing money to space, to cars, everything. We're already doing a lot of this, but guys, you're gonna have cooking in the manosphere. You're gonna have a bunch of. You can listen to me. I'm not messing around. I'm not messing around. You're gonna have a bunch of channels, cooking channels in the manosphere. Men cooking it, chopping it up, cooking possum, all kinds of exotic foods. All right, channels that are out there right now. They're gonna find themselves cooking channels are gonna find themselves a staple in the manosphere. Okay, as some dudes are there getting their Chef Boyardee on. It is not a game. Barbecuing, men taking up these passions as they're focusing completely away from women and relationships in Western society. Women in Western society don't realize they've lost men. They have completely lost men. Now, what are we seeing? Like I said, men are problem solvers. How do you avoid paying child support? Very simple. Quit your damn job. You have men with high paying jobs now that are quitting their jobs. I've said this plenty of times that men can live, the average man can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road. And now that's it. Now that's what's coming. We have a video from the Philip Scott show. We're going to jump into it. I'll link you to his channel in the description so you can go and check him out. But he basically illustrates this even more. And it's only the beginning, guys. It is only the beginning of things to come. And women brought this onto themselves because they kept on pushing. And now we are heading towards the conclusion phase.
We hear a lot of child support stories with boy Brad here in this story. Man, Brad, he owned one. Let's go ahead and roll this clip. Brad is he funny.
My baby daddy quit his job as an electrician where he was making over 6 figures a year to work a minimum wage job at a fast food place just so he wouldn't have to pay me $3,000 a month in child support. Is that not ridiculous? He would rather take a massive pay cut than to give me money to pay for his kids. I'm just so pissed right now because how the fuck am I going to pay for my mortgage? How am I going to pay for my mortgage? And you can tell me to go get a job, but then who's going to watch my kids? Because putting my kids in daycare is going to cost more than my freaking house. So what am I supposed to? He's trying to act like he should only be responsible for 50% of the kids' expenses, and he doubts that they cost $6,000 a month. But I'm like, sir, I am doing 100% of the raising. I feed these kids every night. I put them to bed. I wake them up in the morning. I get them dressed. You're not doing any of that. So you should be 100% taking care of them financially. I told him when we first got together I was never going to get a job and he was going to have to take care of me, and he was okay with that. But now we're divorced and he's saying that he shouldn't be paying my bills.
Ma'am, you expect this man to pay $3,000 a month child support to take care, listen what you said, to take care of you. And you say, how I'm going to pay my mortgage? That mortgage that's not the purpose of child support. It's called his children support. And see, why he quit his electrician job is because he knew you was paying all those bills off of that man's money. Now, you say you told him in the beginning that you were never going to get a job. Well, ma'am, why didn't you stay with him? If that was the arrangement, Look, ma'am, you don't have him no more. You're gonna have to get yourself up and go your behind to work like everybody else, like other women. There's women every day getting up, going to work, and you say, well, what about daycare? It costs. Well, you got to figure that out. You got to figure that thing out. And let me tell you what happens with that. He was paying $3,000 a month child support, but then she probably told him, well, I need more. And usually when they come up talking about they need more than that amount, that's a lot of money. You're like, man, forget this. Man, nah, I'm going to go to McDonald's. I'm going to flip burgers, man. I'm going to flip burgers. I'm going to pay the minimum. And you know what he probably doing? He probably doing electrician work on the side, underneath the table, and getting cash. That's probably what he's doing. So he's getting cash payments for the jobs, right? Nothing on paper, in cash. He go work at Mickey D's, wherever he is, and that's just what it is until his kids get 18. So his lifestyle is probably be okay if he working underneath the table, and that's what a lot of those men do. Maybe you shouldn't have been trying to run his pockets. That's usually what happens for the most part. I'm not saying she did it, but usually that's what encouraged a man to walk away from his career like that to go flip burgers or take a lesser job, is because you trying to run his pockets a lot more in that courthouse.
Now, guys, what did he say right there? Men walking away. Men walking away. Didn't I warn y'all? Men walking away was only going to continue growing. Every man walks away on their own terms. This is the power of MWA. This is why I said MWA would outlast MGTOW. Because men are walking away on their own terms. They're finding what works for them, and they are walking away. So this guy might go out and find himself another woman, go overseas, find himself Ling Ling, go get Ling Ling, okay? And start a new family, happily. That McDonald's salary, by the way, this is where things get interesting. If he's only making $20,000 a year, the court has to basically consider the fact that this man has to also feed himself. So if he's like, miss, I'm only making $20,000 a year. Why did you quit your job as an electrician? I couldn't handle the work anymore. I could not handle the work anymore. Sir, are you lying to me? Ma'am, I couldn't. It's a very dangerous job. I could not physically handle the work anymore. Okay? I physically could not handle the work as an electrician anymore. Okay, so now I'm working at McDonald's. You know, I'm doing what I'm capable of doing. You know, what do you do at McDonald's? I'm working my way up to burgers, ma'am. Right now they're letting me do the fries, and I'm working my way up to the burgers. And you know, they said that if I keep on putting in that hustle, you know, they might even try me out on the drive-through. But I'm not there yet. I'm and all the while, like, this man is living his best life now. Because here's the thing. He'll downsize if he has to. He'll downsize if he has to, go buy a mobile home, pay that off, and just chill for 18 years. But he'll be making money onto the table. He'll make money onto the table. He'll go over to other countries where it's even more difficult to keep track of him. Go start a business overseas. Go and start a business overseas. Yeah. A lot of men do that. A lot of men, they leave the country and they go overseas. And once they go overseas, it's much more difficult to keep track of their income. Much more difficult to keep track of their income for the government to track them. And the woman is done for, because like at that point, like, what's she gonna do? Now I have heard stories of women tracking men, you know, tracking men down, you know, to the ends of the earth to go look for child support. I have heard stories of the women hopping on planes and tracking men down. But good luck to you, sweetie. You have to get your passport. And just because you found him once doesn't mean you'll find him again. Because these passport kings aren't messing around. These are some seasoned travelers. So okay, so you tracked him over to you tracked him over to Cebu. Cebu is nothing. Cebu is nothing. All right. You tracked him over to Cebu, and you think that you're a gangster now. Okay, well now you can track him over to Bangkok. Oh, you think that you're gonna go over to Bangkok just like that? Okay, all right. Well now you can track him over to Mali. Oh, you say, oh, you know, and no one said he has to stay in he has to stay in East Asia. No one says he has to stay in East Asia. All right, because he could be in Mali today. He'll be over in Mali today, and then you know, over in Ghana tomorrow. Okay, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. These men are moving. These men are making movements. So you have to track. You're gonna have to follow him all around the world, and it's gonna be an expensive, very very expensive trip. Okay, because this man has a subscription. A lot of these airlines have subscriptions now. This man has a subscription. You know, he's like frequent flyer. He's like frequent flyer miles. So a lot of these trips are not even costing him anything. He's just flying, just chilling, enjoying himself around the world. Okay. Some, you know, little by little, he's going to the Caribbean. One day he's in Jamaica eating jerk chicken. Careful down there, sis. I hear that there's trouble down there right now. You know, here there's things happening, you know, like Haiti is a failed state. Like you got some misinformation that he was over in Haiti hiding. And you're like, I'm not scared. I'm going to go to Haiti, and you don't even know. And like Haiti is a failed state. Haiti is a failed state. You know, it's a failed country, but you know, mess around, find out. Mess around, find out. But you're like, you're going to track him. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. May the force be with you. By the way, guys, don't forget that I have another channel called Men Walking Away, where I make daily videos. I release daily videos. There's a link to it in the description of the video. If you're enjoying the content of the Angry Guy channel, you want even more of this content, check out the Men Walking Away channel. It's linked in the description of the video. Guys, what do you think regarding this? Men are quitting their jobs to avoid paying child support. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.